Hello, Kulas. Welcome back to Viva Barca, and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to discuss some of the latest transfer stories. We begin with Ivan Fresneda as the 18-year-old Barca target's future is set to be decided this week. Strong interest from Portugal. We are going to discuss more on that as we move ahead. Secondly, talking about new sporting director, Deco, as the Barca sporting director has a key objective before the transfer window shuts. What's that key objective all about? We are also going to be looking at that. So, as we get right into the full stories, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. For those who are just coming across the channel for the very first time, you are highly welcome. Please give this video a thumbs up and consider watching it right up to the very end. Ivan Fresneda's future continues to accelerate every Barcelona fan. With Joao Cancelo close to moving to Catalonia, Spanish publication Dario AS mentions that the possibility of him moving to Barca right now is very slow and it is fading away. However, the player and his representative are hopeful that Barcelona will come up with a second offer in the coming days after the first approach of 8 million euros plus add-ons was rejected by Real Valladolid. So the aforementioned outlet now reports that, knowing the situation, Fresneda's representatives have a plan B, C, and D in place, and most of it passes through Portugal. First up, Sporting Lisbon, and it is said that the team from Portugal is more than willing to offer a player in return in order to lower Fresneda's release clause, which is set at 20 million euros. Apart from them, two more Primera Liga sides are said to be following the right back closely. Furthermore, one cannot overlook Chelsea's interest as well. In fact, it is said that the Premier League side have been threatening for days to make an offer, while a few English teams happen to be interested as well. The Barcelona board and the coaching staff are largely divided over Fresneda's acquisition. As reported before, new sporting director Deco happens to be the player's big fan and remains keen on signing him this summer. And if Marcos Alonso leaves, Barcelona could move for the 18-year-old. At Valladolid, there is a certain degree of optimism that as they continue to wait for the right offer, they seem pretty confident that despite just 10 days left in this transfer market, they will receive an offer of their liking. But for now, 18-year-old Ivan Fresneda is still a Valladolid player, and he will only be a cooler if there are any exits this summer. If not, Barcelona will have to continue to rely on Joao Cancelo's coming. Of course, for months now, we keep on talking about right back situation, especially about Ivan Fresneda, who has remained linked with Barca for such a long time since Deco started scouting the player. He still remains interested. It is no secret that the interest in Fresneda at the Barca camp is much divided because part of the coaching staff don't need it. They don't want it. But Deco has reportedly been the one who has been putting so much effort to bring him in. But well, if the reports are to be believed, recent reports are claiming that Barca are losing interest in Fresneda rapidly, are losing interest in him rapidly, especially as the Joao Cancelo deal looks now probable that it's going to happen. Definitely, if Joao Cancelo comes, I think it will just completely fade away because there's no need going for Fresneda again. Of course, there were some reports saying that Barca would like to go for the two players and maybe loan out Fresneda if he arrives to go and gain more experience elsewhere, but that is no more the plan. There were even some reports last week claiming that Barca have completely ruled out the possibility of signing Ivan Fresneda. So that is it. So it's kind of a complicated situation. The player is not short of suitors. There have been a lot of suitors for Ivan Fresneda. Chelsea, as well as a handful of clubs in Portugal, have been showing strong interest in him. So even if Barca failed to make a move, for which he has been waiting for Barca for quite a long time, because his preference has been to join Barca, there are clubs in Portugal, there are clubs in the Premier League that they will make a move for him. So the possibility of Fresneda staying at the second division playing for Real Valladolid, it looks very much slimmer as things stand. So let's just see how it goes. But we have already been getting positive reports as to regards to a new right back in the form of Joao Cancelo, which have brought some sigh of relief that in a matter of days, you know, we are going to get a new right back. So it is not even a matter of if, it's when are we getting Joao Cancelo at Barcelona, as we have been getting a lot of positive reports these days. Then on to the final story of discussion. Despite his appointment being made official very recently, Deco has begun his work as Barca's sporting director on the front foot. Having already played a part behind the scenes in many of their transfer dealings in the past, the former Portugal international is beginning his more hands-on approach to improving the club's sporting infrastructure. According to a new report from Sport, Deco is not solely focused on solving the team's or the senior team's issues, but he is also looking to actively revamp the grassroots project and takes it to a new level. So the new sporting director is eyeing measured improvements to the subsidiary team and give them the necessary push to be able to secure promotion into the second division after the recent struggles and one narrow miss. Deco recently met with Alex Zanko, director of grassroots football, and Tony Hernandez, coordinator of the youth academy, to finish planning improvements to the Barca athletic squad. The Portuguese legend was pictured with Alexandro and Tony Hernandez at a restaurant in Barcelona earlier. Much like the first team, the subsidiary have also been busy as a bee in the transfer market, already having made 6 signings in the summer already. However, much remains to be done, and Deco is planning for even more reinforcements before the window closes to give the junior team the best possible chance of contending for the playoffs again. While Deco is set to be given a lot of autonomy in his new role, he faces plenty of challenges at each level of the pyramid to make Barcelona a financially stable and competitive sporting institute on all cylinders again. So, guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, bye bye.